Madam Chair, I rise in opposition to the underlying bill, and I think it's important for us to go back, as we hear about market-based solutions, to why Medicare was started in the first place. There is no market to provide health care for older people because there's no money to be made. Insurance companies can't make money off of covering old people who get sick, really, really sick. And what this plan does, Madam Chair, and the analysis was, well, it's just going to be like the federal employee plan. We get members of Congress and federal employees get a premium support. Well, the premium support that federal employees get is about 70% of the health care costs. And that number goes up and down with inflation for health care. So no matter what the health care costs are, the federal employee has 70-some% of that covered. The problem with the Republican plan is that the voucher or the premium support is hooked to the CPI, the Consumer Price Index, which is 2.5% maybe. So the voucher is going to go up at CPI, say 2.5%, while health care costs are usually 1% or 2% above GDP growth. So say we have 4% growth, then health care costs are going to go up at 5%, maybe 6%. So your premium support or your voucher is going to increase every year by 2.5%, while health care costs are going up at 5.5%. It doesn't take rocket science to figure out that over the course of several years, that voucher becomes worthless. And it will only probably cover 30% maybe of the cost of the health care that these seniors are going to get. So let's not sit here and pretend like the senior citizens in the Medicare program are going to somehow be living large and getting some kind of great health care. This dismantles the Medicare program, period, dot. And at least have the courage to come out and say we want to dismantle the Medicare program. And if you want to look at how far to the right that the Republican Party has gotten on this issue, I've never seen former Speaker Gingrich do a faster or more complete Potomac two-step in my entire life than when he even insinuated that this may not be good for seniors. Because the goal now of the Republican Party, Madam Chair, is to dismantle the Medicare program. And they tried years ago to try to privatize Social Security. This is no surprise. And so my question is, Madam Chair, if you're a 55-year-old guy in Youngstown, Ohio, who statistically over the last 30 years, your wages have been stagnant with no increase in wages, in real wages over the last 30 years, now you're saying to them they've got to come up with another $182,000 to be able to pay for their health care. Yeah, you could nod your head no all you want, Madam Chair. These are the facts. Congressional Budget Office says, neutral third party, that the average person going into this Medicare proposal will pay $6,000 more a year. That's not the Democratic Study Committee or our policy wonk saying it. It's CBO, $6,000 more a year. Well, the guy's wages have been stagnant for the last 30 years, and that's where the issue of the oil companies does come in, because we're giving huge breaks to oil companies. We'll take more arrows to protect, and on the other side, to protect even thinking about possibly asking the wealthiest 1% to pay just a little bit more to help us address this issue. The world's falling. The sky is falling. The world's ending. And it's so bad that we can't even muster up the courage to ask Bill Gates and Warren Buffett to just help us out just a little bit while we have all these problems and 3 wars going on at the same time? I mean, come on, Madam Chair. This is not right. This is not right. So at the end of the day, the Democratic plan is for Medicare. We keep it to cover senior citizens and their health care when they get older. And if we've got to make adjustments, we make adjustments. but you don't dismantle the entire plan. You don't at the same time give tax breaks to the oil companies. Don't dismantle Medicare, Madam Chair. Don't do it.
Gentleman's time has expired. Gentleman from Texas.
Madam Chairman, I move to strike the last word.
Gentleman from Texas is recognized.